So I do know the attorney for South Kingstown, Barrington and Tiverton, or at least a person from the firm.
Yeah, I mean, I think when things were divvied up, it was based upon your prior representations as to which towns.
Oh, Fall River's good.
Yeah.
And South Kingstown I have no problem with.
Okay, all right, very good.
So was there any others that I'm missing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, other than that, we now have a longer list, and do we want to try and go to these other towns, or are we happy with just sending them a letter at this point? I mean,
well,
my own feeling was hit the critical towns, and
I definitely think we would want to do that. I think we need to make some follow-up calls next week. I felt this week was, in fact, I felt today was imperative to get the letter out by today, and it did go out, so I'm happy about that. I appreciate everything that Peter's done on this. He really,
no, absolutely. He's done a great job with coordinating all this.
Yeah, I grabbed the various contacts and info and just was not in a position to get those out last week. But that's been great, and I've got a basic task description that needs to happen. I did get a response from Attorney General Lynch, who would come and address it as part of the first section before the group that would be presenting from 8:30 to 9. So I thought the governor, Attorney General, and then the invited speakers. There's an invitation out to Richard Clark from Good Harbor Consulting, former head of counterterrorism under Bush and Clinton. And there are a few others out. I'm looking at two different people for economics and two different groups for environmental. And I would like to hear from them the next day. I think Monday we can talk about that specifically.
Is there anybody we can approach with regards to the legal issues that you understand?
Yes.
The difficulty that this presents?
Yes, there is. And I think, given that the Attorney General is probably speaking briefly, my feeling is that depending on who accepts, there's going to be a featured speaker in 30 minutes. That would be my guess. If Richard Clark accepted, I would expect him to be a featured speaker. If someone else along those lines accepts that had a substantial role in this, I would expect them to be a featured speaker.
Right. I asked, when I was presenting the governor's schedule, that he would sort of be the kickoff guy.
Right, that's what I'm expecting.
Who's that?
I am expecting that. I also think the Attorney General is important because he is the one person who's fought this, who's not running for office at this point. We want that information, I would assume.
Has he accepted, or is he?
Yes, he accepted.
Okay, so I have to go against the governor's office to another politician for you.
Yeah, I would just call them government officers. Neither are running for office.
Right, well that's true. That's true.
And both in extreme charge of what happens with the state and LNG. And I think cooperation is of the essence. So, and I think the Attorney General and the Governor would go first if that's the case. Good. And I welcome any and all walks of life, all parties, bring this all together, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I will provide an agenda for Monday, a specific agenda, because I want to see where the speakers fall this week. I do have a list that would be great to assign tasks to people, because I think it's important. And if anybody can take one on, I can provide that. It's a little tough to read in its current format, but and I didn't assign them yet. I just finished this, so it might be best to get this out on Monday.
All right.
Does that make sense?
All right, well, sure, I mean, why don't we jump for a moment to when we're expected to do the next two meetings?
Oh, okay. I just assumed Monday, I don't know why.
Yeah, well, we have done Mondays traditionally, although now it's Thursday, but, and for me, the following week, I'm gonna be out on vacation.
Next week?
The first, yeah, well, the VJ Day, or I guess I should say Victory Day.
That's right.
That's the official name of the holiday, I believe. That day and the next day. So that would be the Monday and Tuesday over that weekend, so I'll be out.
So tell me that one more time.
That would be Monday the...
2nd?
No,
ninth.
the
The
9th.
9th, okay.
Tuesday the 10th.
So you're going those 2 days?
I'm going those 2 days.
Any others?
No, not as of now. I mean, I'll be going over the weekend too.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm not looking for you to do anything on the weekend.
No.
But these all are things that will have to happen by certain dates to make this work properly. And I could take them all on, but I found that everybody's help here and everybody's willingness to jump in has been of huge importance. Peter's done some yeoman's work on this, getting these letters out and a number of other things, come to some meetings with me, at town council meetings.
Yeah, we've been to
So,
Bristol anyway.
yeah, well, right.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. I mean, I'm wondering whether it might make sense to...
I mean, this can be emailed, I don't have a problem, this isn't something that's
Yeah,
private.
we can, right, I mean, we can talk about those things today, although I'm wondering whether we should have Bruce here when we go down the list, because, I mean, I'm not sure what's on your list, but my guess is, as the town administrator, he may be able to assume some of his tasks too, or have resources to address it.
I have been meeting with him, just
Okay.
as we've been meeting on legal, so that's something that I've just been doing.
Okay.
Or with Cheryl, either one.
Yeah.
I think when I was asked to do this, that we said it didn't need to come back to council, it didn't need to come back to committee, though the committee has, it probably wouldn't be at the stage it's at if the committee hadn't done what it's doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been meeting with Bruce, but I think that these are all fairly straightforward jobs. I mean, they're tasks like confirm venue, which I think Peter did already.
Well, that was an item I wanted to talk about a little bit.
Well, Bill Paiva said the rec center would be available on the 8th.
It is available.
At the town council meeting.
And I had asked 2 weeks ago about it, and they said it was available, and then I was checking on some speakers and some councils first. So I don't know when.
It is available. I did want to go down there today to take a look at it because I spoke with Bruce Kaiser, who is a little bit opposed to having it there. He doesn't think it's cosmetically appropriate. It's a little bit rough in there still. It is, after all, it's kind of a gym.
It is.
Type, which might have a charm to it, but he was kind of pushing for here, and then I mentioned, as we talked about at one of our last meetings, the possibility of having it over in Newport, and then the Hyatt came up, and the Hyatt, if we could get that for free, seemed like he seemed very interested in that, and thought it might actually enhance the likelihood of people attending it. So,
well, that's fine. I mean, it's no problem to
the
change it.
invitation did not state a location yet.
They didn't, okay.